Immigration is a delicate issue, and the European Parliament is carefully taking steps to maintain Europe's open internal borders under the Schengen Treaty. Carlos Coelho of the EPP Group authored a report on that. What are the key measures that the European Parliament approved today?
What we are trying to establish is a Schengen evaluation mechanism. That's a way to assess if all the member states are or not applying well the Schengen rules. Because you have no internal borders controls, you have to rely on the control every member states are doing on their external borders. So in order to profit the free movement inside the European Union, you have to follow security rules.
So this should make Schengen more effective because it's being enforced on a European level.
Definitely, because it will be the European Commission and not anymore the member states who are going to be the most responsible for this evaluation mechanism.
Well, this legislation was in reaction to recent waves of immigrants coming to Europe. There were some temporary restrictions on a national level that were imposed. How does that deal with that?
We think if there are a huge problem that can become a threat to the security of the whole Schengen area, the European Commission should propose the reestablishment of the controls on the borders. That will be initiative from the European Commission, the decision from the Council, and the implementation of each member state. That means we are giving a European context to that decision, but we are going to have the full involvement of the member states.
So it imposes guidelines on those temporary restrictions?
Yes, definitely,
Thanks.
because we want to protect the free movement of the European citizens. In according with the Eurobarometer, more than 60% of the European citizens realize the free movement as the best success of the European project, so we have to keep it.
And there's an interesting provision that calls for unannounced checks of border controls. Can you explain that?
Yes, because until now the visits were programmed with more than 30 days in advance. That means there is no real evaluation. In order to assess if the controls are well made, you have to have the right to make unannounced visits. And we keep that in the law. Thanks to the European Parliament, in the internal borders there is no limit at all, and to the external borders it's 24 hours before the team go there to assess if everything is all right or not.
Some people have said that Schengen is in danger. Do you think so?
I think it could be in danger if we should not approve this regulation. Now we have a good Schengen evaluation mechanism. That means we are at the same time, in a balanced way in my opinion, keeping the free movement of citizens, but at the same time reinforcing the security, and that's the key to protect Schengen.
Thank you, Mr. Coelho.